I come from a long line of creative spirits. Quite frankly, professional and amazing creative spirits. I am talking painters, muralists, dancers, ceramic artists, quilters, writers, singers, seamstresses, crafters, you name it, the list goes on. The love to create was definitely passed down to me. But instead of setting my soul free and just relishing in the joy of creating, I have often lived in a space of fear and never feeling like my own creativity lived up to those around me. Unfortunately, my own self doubt, the opinions of others, and probably some imposter syndrome have prevented me from just, well, being me. I got lost in the belief that unless I was producing something at a professional level, then I shouldn't create. And even more so, I should not be sharing what I am creating with others. But I was missing the whole point of why our spirits yearn to create in the first place. Creating is a spiritual experience that brings joy to our souls. It is an opportunity for our inner beings to share a piece of our spirit with others, and they with us. Not every creation is meant to be a professional work of art, but every creation is a gift. It is the process of creating and, quite frankly, failing throughout that process over and over again that leads us to discovering what we are made of, how to navigate struggle, and where we are being led to next. The more time we spend creating, the less we will worry about the outcome, or in my case, the perfect outcome. Because the more we create, the more we become connected to our inner spirit and the true desires of our heart, thus experiencing joy and fulfillment through the process. The process becomes the gift, not the outcome of that process. My hope is that this space will provide you with the encouragement and inspiration needed to share your own beautiful creative life with the world. That you will see value in all you have to offer, and that you will be motivated to share these gifts, even through your doubts, fears, and struggles. That you will be willing to see where the journey will take you and celebrate your growth along the way. And most importantly, you will be brave enough to share yourself with others. In a world that often feels like it is scripted in what determines worth, I hope you will remember that you were never created to fit inside a box. In the moments that you continue to relive heartbreak and sadness, I hope you will remember that you are allowed to start over and try again. I hope in the moments that you feel alone and empty, you will feel your spirit calling out to you and reminding you that there is a light inside of you that continues to burn, a light that only you carry and our world needs. Sometimes you must look through the darkness to find the light. It is my goal to intentionally invite creativity into my life daily, that I will give myself the grace to know it will not be a perfect journey, and I most likely will have to meet some personal doubts and struggles along the way. However, the excitement of what could be is enough for me to try. At first glance, you may wonder why my posts begin in a monochromatic style before transitioning to the colored versions. I have intentionally done this so that you will have the opportunity to sit with the blank spaces and allow yourself a moment to reflect and feel in to how your spirit would choose to fill that same space. We are inundated with visual reminders of how the world thinks we should live, from what we should wear to how we should eat, to the way we should parent or not parent, and so much more. We need to spend more time in the pause, time for our mind to connect to spirit and go within and ask, what do I want? Or what do I need in this moment? How does my creation of this look? Where am I being led today? We must step away from everyone else's energy and get reacquainted with our own. We are given a fresh start every day to color in the pages of our life to how we see fit. We are gifted the opportunity to determine how we would like to write and illustrate these pages of our life. Your finished pages and creations will never look like mine, and mine will never look like yours, and nor should they. We ourselves were created to contribute our own light and color to this world. This journey and process will look different for everyone. As humans, we need to get exponentially better at celebrating the gems and treasures that make us different and unique versus pointing them out like they are flaws or shortcomings. These differences are what complete the larger picture of creation, and it is what we should be celebrating and encouraging always. It would be a very boring world if we only had one color to create with, or if everywhere we went, we were faced with only seeing ourselves. Thankfully, that is not the case. So, choose to create, even if it is hard, even if you are just beginning, or even when your inner critic is screaming inside of your head. Stop striving for perfection. and instead welcome in curiosity and playfulness. Let's create spaces that invite individuality with love and encouragement. Let's be willing to be inspired by others, not envious or threatened by them. Let's be brave enough to not only seek out the light in our own lives, but also celebrate the lives of others too. I promise you, friend, you will never walk outside at night and look up into the star-filled sky and say to yourself, I just don't think there's enough room for that star. There is always enough room and plenty of space for more. You are a star, my friend. Be brave, take up your space, and shine only as you can in this world. It is time to shine. This is your sign to begin. Welcome to Seeking Out Sunshine.